How's it going, everyone? Today we are taking a look at of course, you read the title, the WWE Elite Legends Series 25. This is my first ever complete Legends set. We are going to take a look at each of these figures. We're going to look in depth at them, and then in the end, we will, of course, just rank them as the description says. But let's take a look at each packaging. So, of course, you can see I'll bring them in the front. There, of course, is old Bradshaw. There's the front of his. You can see it's a little dark in there. But there's the back of his. Let me bring the bio up close. Let me put my camera in focus. There you go. You can pause that if you wish to read it, of course. Here is Mr. Rick Rude. Get into focus here. I apologize. Let me bring my camera up. I'm sorry. Here's that. You can see. It's a little dark in there because of my lighting. I apologize. But here is the back. Here's the bio. Camera focus again. There's the career highlights. There's the bio. You can pause that if you wish to read it. Let me get Psycho Sid over here. Same thing. Packaging is pretty much the same, just with a different picture of the wrestler with the name on the front and on the sides. Same thing on this side. And then, of course, here is the back of Psycho Sid. Here's his accomplishments and the bio. Pause this real quick if you wish to read this one. And then we'll go to the old Hitman, Bret the Hitman Hart. Here again is his. Same thing. There is that. Same side. Let's go to the back again. So here is Bret's achievements, what titles he's won, and of course the bio. You can pause this if you wish to read it. So now that we've taken a look at all four figures in their packaging, let's get them cracked open and start taking a look at what each figure has to offer. Now, having opened up every figure, finally, and getting the sort of wrestling term filling out process, we got a lot to talk about with these figures. A lot to talk about. So I am going to start off with probably the worst one, and it's going to rank number 4. I'm just going to get out of the way, and that's the Bret Hart. I mean, this figure, it's fine. It's a reuse of the same body we've had over the years for Bret Hart, but mine has just got way too many issues, too many quality control problems. Like, his arms are just flaily and everything. His arms are floppy. He's got a lot of paint issues. Let me get my camera focus here. He has got, I'm not kidding, a lot of paint issues. Look at this. Look at all the paint problems he's got. I'll tell you the worst one out of this guy is, look at my copy in the back. Look at that. It's smeared. Whoever did this did not finish it. It's smeared. It's a mess. My prediction is they printed this on here and didn't let it dry, so it got smeared. That's awful. It's just terrible. I mean, the face is okay, but it's not a good looking Bret Hart face. It's not. But I mean, you put the batter's on, which I think is too small. This needs to be a bit bigger because it exposes his eyebrows, but still, I mean, like, it's not a good figure. It's not. Like, it's a plain one. Now, Monday Night Warwave is doing a Bret Hart WCW. I hope that one, I'm probably going to get myself another copy, because this is ridiculous. This should not be happening at all. This is terrible. So, Bret's not good. The championship's fine. It's sort of dull in the way on the plates. It's dull. So it's not great. I'll put it back on him real quick. But yeah, the Bret Hart's just got too many problems. Bret Hart's got quality control issues that I don't like. So he's definitely not a good one, but I want to start with him. So there you see the championship on its fall. Give me a second. Let me fix it back up. Next one we'll go over, I think, is Bradshaw. He does have soft goods. He's got a lot of good accessories, and he's pretty cool. I mean, it's the typical JBL body we've used, but, you know, the boots are nicely sculpted. He doesn't really have no issues, from what I could tell. No problems at all. The only thing like everybody else I'll agree on, he's missing his cowboy hat. Where is that cowboy hat? That should have been with him. If you couldn't fit it on his head in the packaging, make the package a little bit bigger and put it in the back of the shell. Something. Because he needs to have his hat. A cowboy always needs his hat. But, again, joints I don't have a problem with. I took the coat off and I put it back on. And I don't have any joint problems. No real pain issues like Bret. But, yeah, he's just a good figure. I'm more of a fan of him as JBL. I don't know much about him as Justin Bradshaw. I know more about him as JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield, but still, it's a good figure. It's pretty good. I kind of wish he had a little cocky smirk head. Not this weird face, but it is what it is. Next one I think we'll go over Psycho Sid. Now, apparently at Target, there is a running thing where you don't know. There's two versions of Psycho Sid. One right here with the dark hair, and then like on the packaging, he has bright blonde hair. I got the one that you'll see if you flip to the product shots. This is the one you're going to find. But there's a variant going out there where he has bright blonde hair, not dark, like on that artwork. And this guy looks like Psycho Sid. The last one we got years ago, he had a big smile on his face because he is a psycho. But this grimacing face looks really good. It looks like Psycho Sid. Looks awesome. Get my camera focus. I apologize. The only thing he does not come with is fisted hands, which kind of sucks. I mean, almost everybody else does. The only two that don't, Rick Rude and Bret Hart do, but Psycho Sid and Bradshaw does not. So it's kind of an odd choice here. If you're going to give the fisted hands two figures, you might as well give it to all four, right? Another issue mine had was the plate. Plate came out. See that? But I can easily pop that back in there. I'll take it off and pop back in once I'm done, but I'm not taking a point off for that. That's something that can easily be fixed, but the Psycho Sid figure is good. No, again, joint issues, anything like that at all with him. I think he's a great figure in my collection. And we'll get in the one that, let me try to stand him up. Excuse me. We'll get in the one that I was mostly excited for. My first ever Rick Rude action figure based on his WCW run when he was World Champion. I really do like this figure. It looks like Rick Rude. And I especially like the tights. Like, look at all these logos on the tights. Look at this. These are so well done. I mean, what happened? How is it these look well done and my Bret Hart figure comes off terrible? Someone care to explain that to me? How is that possible? Like, seriously. It's got ravishing. Simply ravishing. And that head sculpt looks like Rick Rude. This is a reused head, by the way. It was on a Build-A-Figure, Survivor Series Build-A-Figure wave. I can't remember what year it was, but they had this head, and then they had another head where he was completely covered with facial hair, but still really good. I like the championship, too. Oh, there they go, falling back. Rude's tumbling over. But, there you go. Stand up straight. Stand up straight. Lean forward if you have to. There you go. He might fall back. But I do like this championship. It's great to finally have one that's not WWE version. It's actually WCW. So, that's nice to have. And it looks great on Rude. But, I'm going to put it back on him. But these guys are just all great. But the one that really disappoints me the most is Bret Hart. And I would say each one of these guys is worth a pickup. Maybe you'll get better luck with your Bret Hart copy than mine did. Like I said, I'm going to have to get a replacement or something. But anyway, having looked at all of them, went over everything, let's jump right now into the rankings. How this ranking will go is we take everything I have said throughout the review of each figure. My thoughts and opinions, of course. If yours is different, tell me. But take it all into consideration and we go over which one. And as I've been saying, I already spoiled it in the review part, but Bret is number 4. Just too many paint issues, too many quality controls, and especially with the back of his tights, his legs. That should not be happening. Another thing they need to do is, I think if they added, like on the image right here, little hairlines in front of his head, it would look a bit more like Bret. But because they keep that clean and don't add a little detail right there, it really doesn't look good. it doesn't favor Bret. And I mean, the visor should be a bit bigger because you can see it covers up his eyebrows. This one is a bit too small, or they printed his eyebrows a little too high. I don't know. But Bret, disappointed him. The next one, ooh, I gotta go with Psycho Sid. First time ever for me, yes. But again, it's like a lot of wrestlers where it's just a plain, uh-oh, there that goes. I mentioned him that he's at number 3 and he falls back. Okay. But again, like I mentioned with, he's like many other wrestling figures you get in plain and black trunks and stuff and boots and everything. That's just generic when it comes to wrestlers. But Psycho Sid did have an illustrious career, and I know he did pass away. And I am pleased with the figure. Don't get me wrong. There's no issues at all. Like I said, just mentioned with the belt plate coming off, which I'll fix after the video. But he's still a great figure, but he's just really plain. He doesn't really have a lot to offer to make him stand out. Like if you put him on your shelf with like a Triple H or something like that, they're going to stand out more than Psycho Sid because he's just in plain regular gear. So that's just me. But number 2, I got to go with Bradshaw. Now Bradshaw, he's plain Jane, sure, but he's got like the detail on his trunks. He's got these boots with the decals on them. He's got the cowbell. He's got the entrance code. I mean, he's got the fun factor in him. Now, do I wish he had a better facial expression? Yes, I do. But he's just overall he's got the normal posability, but he's just got more of a fun factor to him that makes him more enjoyable compared to these two. And he'll definitely stand on the shelf. And the final one, which is no surprise probably, the one that I'm ranking at the highest, Rick Rude. Now there is a Chase variant where when he was United States Champion WCW with the American tights. I hope to pick that one up in the future. But I just like how it looks. Again, it's my first Rick Rude action figure. These 3 are my first times. Bret Hart is not. He is not my first. I have the WCW 2-pack with Goldberg Bret. That's my first one. This is my second. But these are the 3 are the first. That's also kind of why they rank higher, because they're first times for me. But this Rick Rude, man, I mean, the logos, the details on him, it came out so clean and so nice. It's like, what happened? These all came out real good, especially Rick. Why could Bret not come out the same? And I get it. Quality control, manufacturing, a ton of these are made to send out. So, of course, there are going to be some bad apples in the basket. But still, this Bret Hart could have been a bit higher if it did not have all those issues, especially in the back of his legs. I mean, come on. That is just plain. That is a mishap that should not have happened. But that is, of course, my ranking of each figure. That is my thoughts on each figure. You let me know down below in the comments, what do y'all think? Do you agree with my ranking? Do you agree with my thoughts on each one of these figures? Or is your opinion different from mine? Let me know down below again. And if you also enjoy, be sure to do all of that good stuff. The likes, the subscribes, the shares, everything else. And as always, everyone, take care.
Plastic Man, the one, the original Elastic Man, always in great shape for the shape he's in, the fantastic Plastic Man.